Who is your enemy? Who is your enemy? Drop that in the chat. Who is your enemy? Does anybody know who the enemy is? Right? My subtitle today, 4 o'clock this morning, I woke up and said to myself, who's the enemy? Every day we out here trying, y'all. We trying to, Evans, Keisha, Riri, we trying to do good every day. Yes, yes. We trying to take a step in the right direction every day. Yes, we slip. Yes, we fall, right? Every day we trying to take a step in the right direction, and we say stuff like, man, the enemy is real. Satan is real. The devil tried it, right? Spiritual principalities. We're going to get right to that, definitely, for sure, right? But then when I woke up this morning, on my back, opened my eyes, took the deep breath, thank God I'm here. Who is the enemy? Does the enemy change people every day? Is the enemy multiple people? Here's what's real crazy, and this is what scared me. Inez, Keisha, Riri, Brianna, Evan, are you the enemy? Adrian, have you ever played the role of the enemy and didn't know it? Think about that. When I woke up this morning, I was just like, because we all know the enemy is out here. Yes. Yes, yes, enemies out here. So my subtitle today, 4 things you need to know about the devil. 4 things to know about the devil. Here's what's crazy. No conversation ever in your life, somebody gonna be like, I'm the devil in your life. Not one. Not one. Evans, are you in Houston, Evans?
Florida. I'm in Florida.
What
West
part?
Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach. Man, we checking in everywhere. Shayna just checked in. I think she's in Fort Worth. We got them all over the globe. Adrian's in Maryland. It's all good. All right, so no, not conflict today. We're definitely talking about who is your enemy. Who is the enemy? Are you the enemy? We know Satan is real, right? Like Riri just said, spiritual principalities. We know the devil is outside these 4 walls. But here's what's crazy. Can the devil be you? Because if we wake up every day and we know the devil is somebody and something's happening, Satan using somebody, has he ever used you? I was on Instagram a second ago. I don't know who it was. I asked them who was the enemy, and they said, not me. I'm a child of God. I was like, the hit dog holler, right? Right? So who is the devil? 4 things today. 4 things real quick. 4 things. Actually, it's going to be a little bit longer. I got a lot of scripture today, y'all. A whole lot of scripture. My Adrian, my Inez, I'm going to need y'all today because I wrote a lot of scripture. All right. So I actually wrote, you ever wonder who actually is playing the role of the devil? Have y'all ever wondered that? Do they switch characters every day? One day it's Keisha, one day it's Marcus, right? One day it's Adrian, right? Because we know that the devil is out here. We know that the devil is real. We know, right? So have you ever wondered who actually playing the role? When you getting dressed today, you ever said, man, when I get in this car, who gonna play the role of the devil? Is the person behind me getting ready to cut me off, cussing me out? No one is perfect. So I'm sure we all have had some bad days when we did not act as we should. Preach it, Keisha, right? Do they know? Does your loved one know they playing the devil today? Do you have to tell them, yo, you the devil today? Did you know your son could be playing the devil today? Right? They said the devil can use anybody, right? All right, so we can be the enemy to the devil when we doing God work. I like the reverse on that. Here's 3 here's the big 3. I wrote it like that. Oh, y'all know I'm a sports fan. Y'all know what the big 3 is. It's like the 3 star players on the team is the big 3, right? Again, if I sit back, y'all can see what the thumbnail is. If I sit back and do like this, right? Conflict, somebody, devil using somebody, right? When I'm up close, you can't really tell, right? that is a analogy that I wanted to use because when you step back and look at your situation, it's clear. It is clear. When we don't love, we become the enemy. Ooh, Shayna Johnson, girl, you better preach, right? Microphone is always open. Anybody want to talk, you can talk. Here's your big three. Here's your big three. One, the enemy is this sinful world. Yes, yes. Two, the enemy is my fleshly nature. Right? Yes. And three, the enemy is definitely the devil and his demons. Right? I'm sorry, the enemy is definitely the devil and his demons. I should say it like that, right? In fact, the devil is the biggest of all three. Why is the devil the biggest of all three? Because he uses all of those. He uses his demons, he uses your flesh, he uses this sinful world to actually take you down, right? That's the whole thing, right? Here goes a lot of scripture today, man. I was up this morning and I was, well, actually I was like this, right? 1 Peter 5:8. 1 Peter 5:8. I always say somebody dropping on there, so y'all know I ain't making it up. This is not rehearsed. This is not when I say these, y'all say them so everybody can believe these are real scriptures, right? 1 Peter 5:8 says, be sober-minded. It says, be watchful, right? Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion seeking somebody to devour. Is that somebody you? Will you let the devil get to you today before you go outside, as we getting dressed today? Are we going to let the devil use us to be devil in somebody else's world? Yes or no, right? Right? Devil can use anybody, including me, including you, right? So how do we fight him or her? Right? You know, nowadays, y'all want the equality? You can be the devil too, right? Now, so how do we fight him or her, right? No devil, not today. Ephesians 6:11. Thank you. Who put that on there for me? Adrian. Thank you, Adrian. Ephesians 6:11. Thank you, Inez. Be sober-minded. Your adversary, the devil, is roaring lion, walketh. She must use KJV. Seeking to devour, right? How do we fight the devil? Ephesians 6:11. We're gonna be Ephesians a lot today. How do we fight the devil? As we getting dressed, putting our makeup on, right? As we prettying ourselves up, as we covering up who we really are, how do we fight them? It says, put the whole armor. As we getting dressed, put on the deodorant, put on the armor, right? Not some of the armor, all of it, right? As you putting on your pants, put on the armor so that you will be able to stand against the schemes of the devil, right? What are the schemes? What are the schemes of the devil? We'll get to those in a second. 2 Corinthians. I told y'all I wrote a lot of scriptures today. Why we got to put on the whole armor? 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, dropping on there. So that we would not be outwitted, outsmarted, fooled, bamboozled, run amok, led astray, all of them good words. For we are not ignorant or ignorant, if you want to go there, of his designs. Yes, yes. It's crazy. Y'all know, like some of these scriptures be straight Bible stories, and you be like, wow. Yesterday we had a straight Bible story. Today we got straight instructions, right? Let Satan, Satan should not get advantage of us. We are not, okay, that's the scripture. I'm sorry. Yep. 2 Corinthians 2:11. So that we not fooled, outwitted, smarted, whatever, tricked, played, whatever other words we can come up with, right? All right, so here go the 4 things. I just wanted to get to all of that so I can get to these 4 things. Y'all ready? 4 things. Number 1, the devil is a liar, a thief, a murderer. We've heard it 1,000 times. Yes, yes. I actually pulled up the definition of the devil, and it actually means false accuser. Did you just accuse me? Right? You ever falsely accuse somebody? When we just said, are we the devil? We ever was a liar? We ever take something? Did we ever destroy or kill something? Ouch, right? Has the devil ever used us? Yes, yeah, right? I actually wrote, and I put it in italics today. The devil can use anyone. Name some people. I actually want y'all to do it. I'm gonna tell you what I wrote, but I'm gonna give you a second. Drop in the chat. Name some people that I'm sorry, not by name. Sorry. Kevin. No. Name some adjectives of people that the devil can use. And I'll tell you the ones I wrote. Go ahead, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Kids, family. Yep. What up, CG? What up, Curtis? We're talking about know your enemy. Curtis, while they dropping it in there, I'm gonna catch you up to speed. We're talking about, do you know who your enemy is? Do you know who the devil is in your world before you go to work, right? Are you the devil is the question, right? So we are here. 4 things to know about the devil. The devil is a liar, a thief, a murderer, and the devil can use anybody. So we dropping it on here in our chat right here. Who can the devil use? Riri said kids and family. Keisha said husband, children, friends. Inez said your spouse. Evan said praise team member. Facts, right? Church members, co-workers, supervisors, random strangers. I ain't got to tell y'all, man. Y'all dropped them all on there. I actually wrote your in-laws. No, I did write your in-laws, right? In-laws, closest family members. I put your neighbor, co-worker, your boss, your pets, right? Criminals, of course. Nobody dropped this one on there. Technology. Technology can be the devil. We did know that already. Your friend. Hey, anybody else? Yes, pets too can be the devil. Pets too. The devil can use any. Yep. Nobody put this on here. Well, somebody did. They did say, Inez said your spouse. Keisha said your husband. I put the person you in love with. Oh, yeah. How about this? Person you influenced by. Can be the devil, believe it or not. Yep. Right? So number 1, 4 things we need to know about this devil. He's a liar. She's a liar. He's a thief. She's a thief. Right? And when we think of thief, we think somebody just steal it. No, taking your joy is thief. That's thievery. Right? Taking your peace. Right? Drop that on the chat. Protect your peace. Yes? Right? Murderer. We start thinking of like stabbing and shooting and killing. No, murderer. Killing anything. Anybody kill your dream? Kill your passion? Steal your hope? Right? Right? Remember this. I got to say this. We put all of these down. Right? We put the pets. We put the tech. We put your neighbor, in-laws, co-worker, we put all of that down. Remember this. And I wrote it in all caps. They are not the enemy. After we just wrote all of that, they are not the enemy. Satan is. All right? So learn to differentiate this physical from the spiritual. Yes, we just named them, but Satan can use them. Satan can use you, Riri. Satan can use me, right? I am not the enemy. Satan is. He used schemes of the devil, divorce, conflicts with loved ones, confusion, doubt, fear, self-righteousness, shame. Thank you. Right? Here, I wrote this too. And this is like a personal note to me. Most of the time, stay with me, he or she that the devil uses, or it, right, starts out, air quotes, pretending to do good. You know why? The devil never show up doing bad first. Never. or very rarely, I think. Very rarely. I got to think about that one. But it's usually something good. Somebody show up with a good idea, a good friend. Somebody tell you you're cute and get in your phone number and know they really want, right? Somebody want to sell you the car and they know the car ain't right. It starts out good almost every time, right? The manager at the job tell you, smile on your face when you knew, and then 2 days later, they trying to get you. Right? In-laws like you at first, kind of, sort of, play the game. Time you get to the cookout, they done said something, right? Right? It usually starts out something good. Technology, internet, man, we can work from home, turns into, y'all know, right? We never notice the devil until we in the trap. Y'all preaching today, right? Our flesh always get in the way. The devil deceives you. Y'all on it today. Y'all could have woke up with me and did this. We should have woke up at 4 and did this one, right? Let's keep going. Ephesians, go back to Ephesians, y'all. 6:12. Somebody drop it in there. This is how you know all of them people, places, things that we just put is not the enemy. Satan is. We do not wrestle with, we know this scripture, we all know this one. Flesh and blood, but against the rulers, authorities, powers, and things that present darkness. I didn't even write all of it, but I kind of know that scripture, right? So it's not him or her, it's the devil using them, or it's not you, it's the devil using you, right? We got to be smart enough, because what did it say? Something about 2 Corinthians 2:12? So that we're not outwitted, outsmarted. We're not ignorant of his designs. Yes, yes? Y'all with me? Man, my devotion was crazy this morning. Man. Again, most of the time, y'all, most of the time, probably more than 90% of the time, devil starts out with something good, draws you in. And the reason, because our natural spirit wants to do good. Believe it or not, you actually wake up, we just said it at the beginning, you wake up wanting to do good. Believe it or not, the person that robs the bank, the person that murdered, they wake up with good intentions, right? I don't know, but I would think the person that just want to rob the bank and take the money probably needs some money for something. Probably. I just couldn't just wake up and just want to go rob a bank, and I don't really even want the money. Some people out here crazy, but whatever, right? I want to say this. Think of an example. I just try to come up with one. Think of something that starts out doing good and goes left. Drop it in the chat. Thank you, Riri. Thank you. This was a good devotion. Matter of fact, listen, while y'all doing that, all of these devotions, I drop them on YouTube, these video calls that we're doing. You can watch it, you can watch the whole replay, share it with your friends on YouTube. This is one of those good ones. It'll be up as soon as this is over, right? Relationships. Start out good and go crazy, right? Relationships, personal, family, work, all of that. You got that coworker you used to kick it with, and then now it's time for the promotion, and they start. Gotta keep your eye on them, Evans. You gotta keep your eye on them, Curtis. Or you ever start cutting corners to beat somebody to something? Right? Start out good, go left. Friendships, right? All right. Question. Here's a question for you. Why, Shayna, Adrian, Brianna, why does the devil want you? Why when you wake up, he want you? Anybody? Keisha, why the devil wants you? Revenge. Classics. Why does the devil want you? Chandra, what up? Anybody? Y'all ever wondered that? Why me? Man, I ain't got everything. Why little old me? Why is the devil on me? When we on the right path, he wants to divert us. Chandra, He want anyone he can get when they weak. Keep going, y'all. I told y'all we could have did this together. Reread to stop us from doing God work. Love it, Adrian, because he don't want us to be with God. Anybody else? Why the devil after you, Curtis? Why little old me with my little old credit score, my little old, I'm just trying to make it. Why don't you go mess with somebody? I ain't even worth getting it. He wants your faith in God. Evans, I was killing it today. To divide and conquer. Inez, yes. Here's what's crazy. We know that. But he's still so tricky. He still get us with the things we know and we love. I put my answer simply because he or she hates God. And guess what, Riri? You, Adrian, Keisha, are built in God's image. That's why. You mad, you coming for me because you're mad at old boy. Because he done kicked you out of heaven. You mad at him, so you gonna come messing with me. Bruh, me ain't got nothing to do with that. That's me and that man relationship. Go mess with him. He wouldn't kick you out. Okay, I'm sorry. Boy, when I write this movie, when I write this movie, I'm gonna write it just like that. Real talk. The devil, it's my answer. Y'all, I'm cool with y'all answers too, right? But I just put simply because he hates God and God loved us so much, he built us in his image. You don't like that man, so you bother his people. Sound like the streets, right? Sound like the mob, right? The mob want their money from you, Curtis. They ain't finna bother you. They pulling up at your mama crib. Yes, y'all with me? Think about that. In the streets, I ain't from the streets, but if I was from the streets and I was in the dope game, Chandra Shana, you owe me money. Listen, I'm pulling up at your son's school. He about to get this work till you give me my money. You see it in the movies. They kidnap the person. They kidnapped the hero girl, got her tied up. Now the hero trying to save her. Y'all better let her, never mind. That's off the subject, right? That's my number one. See, I knew y'all gonna get the laughing with me. Let's stay on it. All right. So number one, four things that we need to know about the devil. Number one, liar, thief, and murderer. Number two, the devil is over all demons. When we think of demon, what y'all think of? Like a beast, foaming. Yes? Right? He was created, y'all. If y'all know the Bible, a lot of y'all know y'all good Christians on here. Y'all know the Bible. Devil was created a holy angel. One of the highest angels. Yes? Pretty, fly, can sing. Yeah? Man, this whole story come out to be about envy if you really break it down, right? He became crazy arrogant. He became arrogant in his power, right? Yep, he got kicked out of heaven. You better preach it, right? His beauty, his status. I'm the highest angel. I'm him. Y'all ever said that, right? He thought he could be God. Y'all ever heard somebody say, man, let God be God? We say it all the time, right? This is why this is why God does not like arrogance. If God kicked his highest angel out for being arrogant, man, Keisha, what you think he gonna do to you? Man, Marcus, you get some arrogance if you want to. He kicked his highest angel up out of here. You got to go. So Raggedy Marcus, you got to get up out of here. Inez, you got to go. You think you all that, you got to go, right? Yes or no? If he kicked this boy out, Brianna, you gone, right? He kicked this boy out. All right. Where am I at? All right. So ask yourself, Do you know any demons, or have you ever acted as a demon? Right? Have you ever acted arrogant? We start thinking of demon, right? Have you ever acted arrogant, prideful? Yeah, right? Have you ever been vain? My status, I'm the man, I'm him. God kicked this boy out of heaven for that, right? All right, so number 3, let me try to go faster. The devil created sin so that you, Adrian, can get kicked out of heaven too. That's what he created sin for, right? That's why they be saying sin feels good. It give you the power, the beauty, so you can get kicked up out of here right along with him, right? God know we ain't perfect. We all know that. Yes, yes, right? That's why he continues to show mercy. He continues to show grace. But at the end of the day, that's when they say God not pleased with our sin. He know we gonna sin. We're born out of it. He know we gonna sin, but if he knows that you are quote unquote living in that mud, you know you sinning and you living in that thing. No judgment here, because we all them, you know, right? 1 John chapter 3:8, dropped it on there for me. Whoever makes a practice of sinning is of the devil. That ain't me, that's scripture. 1 John chapter 3, verse 8, whoever makes a practice of sin, me, Curtis, Inez, Keisha, we practice of sin, that is the devil. So ask ourselves again, are we the devil today? Remember how we said it in the beginning? Ouch. Satan knows this is what makes God unhappy. We just said it. God don't like none of that stuff. Satan knows that too. That's why they try to get you to sin. What are some weapons? Drop it in the chat real quick. Quickly. What are some weapons that they use to make us sin? Let's go. Drop it in there. I'll tell you the ones I wrote. Drop it in there. Give me some tools. Give me some tools that's gonna make us sin. Drop one. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Inez. Discouraging words. Yep, deceit. Or greed. There you go. Drop them in there. Right? I put lies. I put cheating, envy, pride. There you go. Thank you, Chandra. Doubt, jealousy, confusion, sickness, slander, deception, guilt. And what's that big T word? We all know that one. What's the big T word that causes us to sin? The big T word. Drop it in there. We know that one. Should have put that one on. Temptation. Thank you, Riri. Told y'all I had a bunch of scriptures today. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4. Drop it on there. I told y'all some of these stuff be Bible stories. Some of these joints be straight blueprint. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4 says, blinded by the minds of the unbelievers to keep them from seeing the glory of Christ. Lies blind you, cheating blinds you, envy blinds you, pride blinds you, hate blinds you, doubt blinds you, confusion blinds you, your sickness or how you thinking you about to get up out of here, blinded. Somebody slander your name, tricking other people, blinded. You feel guilty about what you did, blinded. Temptation, all of that. Yes, yes. All right, last but not least, and I had to try to come up with 4. I don't know why I came up with 4, but I guess my devotion was going good. Number 4, Satan is not God. What? All of that he can do, guess what? He still ain't God. He can do all of that. Trick you, play you against your cousin, play you against your boy. He still ain't God. All he is, and I summed it up with this, is a fallen angel that's trying to get you to fall too. Don't give him that much credit. When you sum all of that good Bible stuff up, and I was laying in the bed, I was like, okay, I'm up. Satan ain't God. God is all-knowing. God is all of these things. Satan was his boy that got mad, got kicked up out of heaven. So he's trying to get you to get kicked out the club too. I did say club. Y'all done got kicked out of the club by somebody else. Yeah. So let's not give him that much credit, right? So I actually wrote this down. Marcus, y'all, Keisha, Inez, Curtis, watch what really influences us. The thing that influences you the most, anything that is trying to steal your peace and joy. Now, if it influences you towards God, that's another story. As long as it's doing that, right? I always heard my pastor say stuff like, man, even me, if I get up here and I say something that ain't from the Bible, please check me on that mug, because the devil will use me too today, right? But protect your peace, protect your joy. Write that in there. Protect your peace. That's going to be my last thing.